Hello and welcome. This is Microsoft Excel training at Amavash day number 10. Today we are going to talk about charts. So I'm going to start with bar and column charts. So this is my first illustration. I've got agents and I've got sales. So I want to plot this on a bar chart. So I'll highlight the data, go to insert, go to this icon, which is a column, click the arrow on the right, and then I'll pick this first option. So normally you pick the first option, but there are cases where you don't pick the first option. So there we go. So you can expand, you can adjust the dimensions. So if you double click the bars, you see that a format data series menu will come to your right, and then you can adjust the gap between the bars. As you can see, there's a very big gap, so you can adjust it. There we go. There we go. It's now smaller. So whilst you are highlighting the bars, you can also change their color. If you go under format and then you go under shape fill, you can put a color of your choice. Let me put green. So remember, when you change the color of the shape fill, also change the color of the shape outline to the same color, green. So you can click the empty space in your chart, this space, and then you go under home. Here you can change the font size. I'll change from 10 to 12. You can also change the font type from Calibri maybe to Century Gothic. You can also change the font color maybe to green as well. There we go. So this is a bar chart. So using the same data, I can also plot a column chart. Highlight the data, go to insert, column here, and then you pick the first option which appears here. So this one is a clustered column. So the moment you pick it like that, you can drag it. Just make sure that you click the white part, the empty part of the chart, so that you drag it. So there we go. So I'm sure you can see that it's more or less the same with the one that we plotted earlier on. So these two basically serve the same purpose, but the first one, this one at the top, is suitable for a data series with many categories. So if you have got agent 1 maybe to agent 100, this one is suitable. But if you have got fewer agents, this one is more suitable, the second one. I'm gonna plot another column chart using this second data series. So as you can see, this one is day at the top, day 1 to day 8, and then I've got male and female. This is attendance percentages. So if I highlight, I go to insert, I go to column. So this one is called a clustered column. So once again, you can make changes. So if you click the bars, you go under format, you can change the color maybe to purple. So remember to change the shape fill and the outline fill. So this series for female, the orange one is for female. You can also change its color maybe to green. I change for both shape fill and outline fill. So there we go. So once again, if you click the empty space of the chart, you go under home. This is where you make changes to the font. I increase to 12. Even the font type, I can change to Century Gothic bold. So there we go. But using the same data, you can also plot the stacked column. So you highlight the data, go to insert column, and then you, instead of picking this one, you pick this one, the stacked column. So there we go. So as you can see, the difference between this one and this one is that this one puts the series side by side. This one puts the series one on top of the other. So you can similarly change the colors that you see there and put the ones that you desire. And then you click the bottom bars. Once you click one of them, all of them are highlighted like this. All of them gets highlighted. You just have to click one and then all of them will get highlighted. So once again, I'll change this to purple as well. So there you go. So these are charts that are basically reporting the same thing but in a different way. So I can apply what is called a data table. So if you want to apply a data table, you click on the empty space of the chart, you go to chart design, and then you go to add chart element, and then you go to data table here, and then you place a data table with legend keys. So what we call legend keys is what you see on the far right of the data table, where it's written female and male and the color codes. So you can delete this legend key, the second one, so that you just have this one only. So you can increase font size under home. Just click your chart on the empty space under home. You can increase font size maybe to 12. Font type Century Gothic bold. So I want to also show you another example where you have got 3 data series. Here we had two data series. Here we now have 3 data series. So data series number 1 is January, data series number 2 is February, data series number 3 is March. So this is across regions, region 1 up to region 8. Go to insert. After highlighting your data, pick the column option. So just pick the first one, the clustered column, this one. So there we go. So on this chart, I want to demonstrate that you can also change the chart title. So if you click inside there, you remove everything that is there, and then you can say monthly regional sales. So maybe these are monthly regional sales. So it's month and then region, so monthly regional sales. Let me move over to the pie chart. So a pie chart is normally suitable for a single data series where you want to compare the proportion of each data point to the total. So you highlight your data, go to insert, and then you come under pie here, and then you click pie, and then you pick the pie that you need. So the first thing that I do immediately after inserting a pie is to pick the style that I want. So if you come here, a downward arrow will pop out, and then you click the down arrow, and then you pick the pie chart that you want. I'll pick this one because this one displays smooth edges right around the pie, and also the names have got the same colors as the pieces of the pie. So you can enlarge your pie like this. So let me increase the font size under home. I make it 12. I also want to change the font type, Century Gothic bold. So if you click your pie, you see options appearing on the format data series. If these options are not appearing like this, you have to double click. So once you double click your pie, you see the options appearing. But you have to also notice that once you double click, you would have selected only one piece. So you have to first click away and then you click again on the pieces. So you have got an option for pie explosion. So you can put this explosion at 10%. 10% is good enough. So as you can see, as I was increasing it, the pie was also exploding. So you can also rotate the pie so that you get a different orientation. So you use the angle of the first slice. You increase the angle there, and that's how you'll be rotating the pie. So you can improve the labels if you click the labels like this, and then you come under label options here, and then you come under label options again, and then you check percentage. You see that the percentage will then appear like this. So you can also put the value. I'm sure you can see that for project C, I've got 728%. So project C, that's the 700. 28% is the proportion of 700 to the total. But normally, it's not important to put both the value and the percentage. Normally, the percentages are adequate. Or you can choose to remove the percentage and just put the value. It depends with what you want. So remember, the labels, you can also move them if they don't seem to be properly positioned. So let me move over to the line chart. So the line chart can work with one data series or more. So I've got one data series which is for revenue across months. So I highlight my data, and then I go to insert, and then I come under the option for line. So you open the arrow and then just pick the first one. So I'm just adjusting the size and the position of my chart. So I can change the font, both the size and the type. All right, so and the color as well. Let me put it to navy blue. So the line, you can also change its color. If you click the line, you go under format, remember, and then you go under shape fill, and then you change maybe to green, and then you go under shape outline, you go to green again. You see that the color changes. You can format these numbers on your axis. So if you want to format them, you double click them, and then on your menu you go under axis options here. You click here, and then you go under number because you want to format a number. So you go under the input box for format code, you delete everything that is inside there. So you put the format, the number format that you want. I want the number format 0.0, comma, open quotes, M, close quotes. You're going to see what this number format will do to my numbers on the axis. So you click add. So you see that what was 100 million is now 100.0 M. So it's shortcut for 100 million. 20 million is now 20.0 M, shortcut for 20 million. You can make this line smooth by removing the sharp corners. So if you click the line, and then you come under fill and line here, and then you open up, and then you go to the very bottom, and then you click smoothed line. So by so doing, I'm sure you can see that you smoothen the line. So I can also plot a line chart using more than one data series. So here I've got January, February, March. These are 3 data series across regions. So you go to insert, and then once again you go to line, and then you just pick the first option. So you get 3 lines representing the 3 data series. So you can change the font, both the size and the type. You can also change the color to what you like. So you can even change the color of the lines by clicking any one of them. So you have to click them one at a time. So I'm going to move over to the map chart. So the map chart, what it does is that it uses recognized country names to plot data on a map. For example, if you have got country names, you'll be plotting your data on the continent of Africa, because these are African countries. So I highlight my data, go to insert, and then you go to maps, and then you take that icon. So you're going to see that you've got your map here. Notice that for a country like Nigeria with a big number 190, the color is more intense. For countries with a smaller number like South Africa, the color is less intense. This is forest coverage in hectares. So this gives you a pictorial understanding of the forest coverage. So you see it by the intensity of the color. The darker it is, the bigger the forest coverage. So let me move over to the scatter plot. So a scatter plot is used to plot one data series against another on an XY plane. So you highlight your data, go to insert, go to scatter here, and then you choose the first one. There we go. So if you've got a scatter, so you can change the font size and the font type and even the font color. I'm sure you see that it's not clear whether This is capital investment and this is monthly return. Because these are two data series for capital investment and monthly return. So this capital investment gives this monthly return. So you need what are called axis labels. So you click the empty part of your chart here, and then you go to chart design, and then you go to add chart element, and then you go to axis titles. So you can pick primary horizontal first. So you'll be given an option to put the axis title here. So whatever that is inside there, you remove. So I'm sure you can see that this is capital investment. And then you do the same process again. Click the white part of your chart, go to chart design, add chart element, axis titles. So this time around you put the primary vertical. So primary vertical, there we go. And then you edit whatever that is inside. So that's your monthly return. So if you click your chart like this, and then you go to chart design again, add chart element, you can add what is called a trend line. So for a trend line, you can choose linear for a start. So this is the basic one. So the linear line, what it does is that it approximates the linear relationship between the two data sets. So this line tells you that there is a relationship between these two data sets. This is more of a regression line. So if you click that line, you can actually add the equation of that line. So click the line, you come here under trend line options, and then you say display equation on the chart. So there we go. So we've got the equation. So that's the equation. You can drag it and put it where it's clear. So the equation is y is equal to 0.004 x plus 124.17. So that's your regression line or your regression equation. So that's more of y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the intercept on the y-axis. Thank you.